Hey YouTube, it's Insco here for Insco's Adventures. Man, out here, very special adventure today. Thanks for watching. Remember, like, subscribe, all that stuff down below. Anyway, today, actually not today, it's yesterday 5 years ago, a really cool event happened. So I was in the market for a handgun. I was actually in the market. I was looking at the SIG P365. So I went to H&H, and I had in my mind, because I had also been looking at some kayaks. Never kayaked in my life. Didn't know anything about kayaking. So I was thinking, I'm gonna go to H&H. I'm gonna the price of the gun, see what the gun is at, and if it's too expensive, then I'll just go to this shop called OKC Kayak, not far from H&H gun shop here in Oklahoma City, and I'm gonna look at kayaks. So I went to H&H, and sure enough, that gun was freaking expensive. If you know anything about SIGs, back about 5 years ago, they were expensive. P365 had just come out, so I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. So I go to OKC Kayak, and it's sad today, 5 years after the fact, that shop's actually going, they're closing down.
R.I.P.
They're only going to be a brick and mortar. They're no longer going to be brick and mortar. They will be online, but that's sad, man, because the best kayak shop, probably one of the best in the country, was OKC Kayak and Tulsa Kayak, and they're both closing down their physical locations. Anyway, I got myself a little dagger, a 11-foot dagger kayak, and again, I didn't know anything about kayaks, nothing. And I looked at their paddles. I remember looking at their paddles and thinking, dang, their paddles are expensive. Like, I don't need an expensive paddle. I'm gonna get me a big heavy one at Bass Pro Shop. So I went to Bass Pro Shop downtown OKC, got me the cheapest paddle I could find, which I later regretted, and I came over here to Stanley Draper Lake. And I remember landing, coming right over here, parking my truck over there on the other side of that black SS there, and I launched the kayak. I'll show you guys a little closer up spot over there, and I went out there and I realized that I was completely ignorant of kayaking. And I remember I called a friend of mine, Baboon. If you watch this, I called Baboon and I was like, hey man, because he had told me that he had kayaked a couple of times. And I remember I called him and like, hey man, give me some tips on kayaking. He was like, man, I've only done it one time. I have no idea. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. So I kayaked, and I'm gonna show you guys later. I kayaked over to a little cove over there, and it was a little bit windy that day, so I kind of sat there and I was like, man, because here's what I was doing. I was kayaking and I was going in circles. I was like, this isn't that fun. And then I'll show you guys later. There's a spot over here in the opening. I see this guy in a yellow kayak, kind of ugly yellow.
Man, it wasn't that ugly.
So he sees me and he comes paddling over, man. We started talking. He was like, I asked him questions, and I remember. So here's the guy, man. So James is out there, and remember as if it was yesterday, man.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
And paddled up, and I was like, hey man, what are some tips? Gave me some tips,
which all turned out to be wrong now that we found out. But hey, you know what?
We both knew.
Yeah, we both learned. Yeah,
we both learned since that day out here kayaking. Man, how long had you been kayaking?
On and off, I've been kayaking since about 2009, but then I kind of didn't do it for a few years, and then I bought a new kayak, sit on top, and I also had one sit in the yellow one that was in.
But you were not serious into kayaking?
No, not serious. Not like we are now. Okay. And so I'm out there, I come up to you, and I remember the wind and the currents were kind of picking up sometimes, and we sat out there and drifted, and by the time we realized, we were sitting there just BSing, talking, and we realized, man, we had drifted, 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
And we were almost to the other end.
We were over that pier when we started talking, and we drifted all the way down into this bigger cove right here.
And then we paddled back up and drifted back again.
We were probably out there a couple hours just chit-chatting. And man, I'm gonna show you guys some really cool spots from memories, good memories. I remember we came back over here. We exchanged numbers, and again, I put your names as James Kayak.
And I think it's still James
Still
Kayak.
James Kayak. I know your last name is not Kayak, but you're still James Kayak.
Hey, James Kayak, Cal Chando Kayak. Yeah.
But another cool thing, man, is like not just learning how to kayak and man, making that part of our lives. Like it's been. But man, we have been to Murray, Eufaula. We've been to all the Oklahoma City.
Only one we haven't been is 10 Killer. We keep saying we got to do it.
We got to do 10
Goat
Killer.
Island.
We got to do 10 Killer. We got to do Grand Lake, Keystone. I've been looking at Keystone. Keystone looks really cool.
Been there once. It's pretty cool. Got a huge. They got a bunch of nice boats out there with the boat ramp.
Gotta hit Keystone. Then I haven't been to Keystone, but man, we've been on a lot of adventures, a lot of kind of misadventures too.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, we're going to get out there and paddle around and remember stuff. And man, 5 years. And
I know. And it seems like it was yesterday, man.
Yes, it doesn't seem like it's half a decade, man.
Yeah, I know. I was talking to my wife last night, and we were talking about it. I said, how's it been 5 years?
Yeah.
You know, and she said, it seems like you've known him 20 years. And I said, but it seems like I just met him too. But it seems like we've known each other 20 years.
Been forever. And again, man, for me, I remember 2020 was a hard, especially September of 2020.
Yeah, exactly.
We had just lost Lizzie, that's my wife's younger sister. So, and then kayaking for me was also a way to just kind of get away and
therapeutic, get out.
Therapeutic.
It was like your first foray back out into the world
after everything, after all the crazy stuff. So kayaking, learning to kayak and making that, I mean, I'd say we're maybe getting close to expert into kayaking, especially with the touring boats.
Wait. We can't get expert. We're highly proficient. Expert would be actually knowing how to roll. Now, how many times have we tried to roll?
Yeah,
dude.
We've tried to roll. It hasn't happened yet.
So we just became proficient at self-rescue.
We're very proficient at self-rescue. We're very proficient at jumping out of our boats and then tying the rope to them and then swimming across the lake pulling our boats.
Hey, we did it. We did it.
We did that just because the heck.
Operation Just Cause.
Just because we wanted to. And show we could do it. But also, man, having meeting James and, man, a brother. We become brothers.
Yeah, literally.
Not just brothers kayaking, but brothers in Christ.
Exactly.
Man,
you know, I now go to your church.
Yeah.
You know, you've been inviting me 3 years. And I was like, oh, man, I'll go. I don't know. And so I went. And
Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday I went.
Sunday, yeah.
You know, and I loved it. I love the church, the guys, everybody there. I like going to men's night, you know, and
it's just been
a small camaraderie.
Yeah, man.
Men in Christ. Yeah.
Exactly. We need to get them out here. Hopefully we can get them out here on kayaks.
Heck yeah.
We got enough.
Yeah, we do.
Anyway, guys, we're gonna go over there and we're gonna launch. The water is quite a bit higher than what it normally is. We normally don't launch at this point. We normally launch over at point 1.
But we had to come here.
But we had to come here because this is the spot where we met, and this is the spot where I launched. And again, not bringing our little 9-foot pelican or 8-foot pelican.
9 point? No. The Pelican was a 10-footer.
Okay.
It was actually it was a Potomac. The yellow one was a Potomac.
That's right, it's a Potomac.
It was a yellow Potomac, the one that your brothers now got.
Okay, so today we're on a 17-foot wilderness Tempest
17.5
and a 17.5,
and
we're going to talk about all the competition and the rivalry we kind of got going here too.
Okay, wait a second. Before you start, okay, all right, you better look. All right, so this guy shows up in a dagger that's 11.5 dagger, and I'm looking at this thing, and I'm sitting in this, cheap $99 Potomac, and I'm like, man, that's a good looking kayak, and so and I was like, and so after we met, I went back to my now wife, and I was talking to her, and I said, hey, man, look at this kayak this guy's got, man. And I said, I'm gonna go down to OKC Kayak. So I go down to OKC Kayak the time before we went again, and I bought this 9.5 dagger, I can't even remember the name of it. Zydeco, the dagger Zydeco, and I loved it. I got it out there, and I thought, I'm gonna show him. So we went out there, and we got both red kayaks, and he goes, yeah, that's cool, man. And we both got daggers, and they were awesome. I loved it. Okay, then this gentleman, the next time we go, he goes, hey, come on, man, let's go. And so I'm out there in my 9.5, and I go, and I'm thinking, ha, ha, ha. And I see this dude coming on this basically Titanic looking thing, 17 foot at that point. I've never seen a kayak that big in my life. And he comes up and he goes, ha 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 ha. And he's like, and I'm like looking like, you know, the little boy who's like all dejected. Here I am. I couldn't keep up with him. And that was it. I went and told my now wife, I said, that's it. That is it. I got to get me a new one. So I went out and I got a 17.5-inch kayak.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
So, and that's something that we're going to talk about today as we make this video, things we've learned. Like, man, knowing what I know now, I probably wouldn't have got that Zydeco, my 11-foot.
But I'm glad you did.
I'm glad I did, because people are use it, and it's been an investment, man. And we'll talk about the difference between long kayaks and short kayaks.
When you go touring, you gotta have
because even today, I talked to James last night. We were talking about coming out here today. He was talking about bringing the Zydecos. I'm like, nah.
Or my Stratos, which is 16 foot, but I love it.
It's a 14, right? It's a 14 foot. Your Stratus is a 14 foot, but it's
14.5. You're right, 14.5. Yeah.
But man, but that's something we also learn, man. The longer the kayak, man, it's just smooth. It goes through the wind, it goes through the water. It's just so smooth. That's why, man, let's go over there and let's launch, and we're gonna make a cool adventure today, going down memory lane. Let's go. So Oklahoma City has gotten a lot of rain this year. It's it's been probably one of our wettest spring, summer, or just 2025 wettest years in a long time. So this would be the spot where I would launch when I came over here. This was the spot where I launched. There was no grass right here, so it was like there was no grass. The tall weeds right there, that was all gone. You could just launch right here and then go around the pier and then head down that way. But today, because the water is really high, the lake is high because of all the rain. The grass is pretty high right there with those weeds and crap, the tall grass. So now we're going to go over here to this pier, and there's a boat ramp that we're going to actually use to launch. Now here's the thing about kayaking, the thing I learned. Boat ramps are not the best. Normally they're not the best place to launch a kayak, because they're steep, and when they're steep, you gotta normally launch the kayak in on a side. In other words, you gotta put it perpendicular. So I'll show you guys right here. So right here is the boat ramp, I believe, which is great for the jet ski or something like that, you know. But then you got to put the boat kind of like this, and then you got to get into it and then push yourself off. Today I think we can do it because of this railing. We can grab hold of the railing, we can launch. But this is where we're going to go. We're going to go around the dock, and we're going to go see what we can see. I'm gonna say this a 3 mile an hour breeze. You can see there's not much of any chop on the water. It's probably 72 degrees. Great day to be out on the water. So in Oklahoma City today, we got a north breeze, so coming into the wind right now, and the wind is like 3 miles an hour. It is a beautiful day. So this is the north end of Stanley Draper Lake. I'm going to Northern Cove, and man, I'm glad I decided to come out here after all, because could not ask for a better day to kayak. Now there are some, I want to tell you guys straight up, there are some missing reels out there. You know what we call the missing reels. So go back to my stay on my channel right here, Ensko's Adventures, you go back about 3 years, there's this really cool kayaking adventure at this beautiful, gorgeous lake called Lake Eufaula.
Oh no, not this again.
Someone went kayaking with me that day and took a lot of video, made a beautiful, beautiful little movie that we are still
about these things.
we are still waiting. We are still waiting for the release of the Lake Eufaula.
Okay, we joked.
Adventure.
You joked that when you're gonna get that out. This was like 2022, 2021. He goes,
Somewhere
when you
in
get
there.
it? I said, oh, about 2026. All right. Okay, that was a lucky guess, Mark.
Look, it's 2025.
It's almost 2026.
But as we're going down memory lane, man, that day right there was, man, that was a beautiful day. Carmen and I had gone the night before. We found a little hotel there at Lake Eufaula, one of the prettier lakes in Oklahoma.
Yes,
big lake.
Eufaula is beautiful.
And so we went out there, and James came the next day under the false pretense of it being a warm and sunny day by Emily Sutton from Channel 4.
Emily Sutton said, you know, 2 to 3 miles an hour. And talking, okay, we get out there, it starts raining on us.
70 degrees.
70 degrees, and then it gets like 50 and like 40 mile an hour. We're going up waves 3 foot tall.
But it was an adventure because, man, I remember the front of our kayaks just going like this, bam, bam. But to give Emily some credit,
later on
in the day, mid-morning, sun came out, the winds calmed down, and it was a beautiful, beautiful.
But they were still always in our face. We thought we were coming back. We started coming back.
The wind shifted. Yeah,
it always shifts.
The wind shifted, and man, that was crazy. But man, one of these days, hopefully that video gets produced and it gets put on was it Cal Chando, right?
Yeah.
Your channel.
Cal Chando. Cal Chando's Adventures.
Cal Chando's
no longer
Adventures.
Kayaking with Cal Chando, because that ain't all we do.
Exactly. So hopefully one day that video comes out. But yeah, man, here, Draper. So man, launched right over there, came over here. I went on the other side of that pier. We're gonna head over there right now. And I remember I just kind of sat there like, what have I done? I don't know how to do this thing. And then actually the wind was blowing out of the south that day.
Yeah.
Because it kept pushing us this way.
All the way back down.
And then we'd paddle back over here and keep talking. It kept pushing us this way.
We almost hit those reeds down there by the time we realized.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Then we decided to go kayaking back there.
Exactly. But we didn't kayak much that day. It was more talking and getting to know each other and learning a little bit about kayaking. But yeah, let's go over to the other side of that pier and then we'll explore.
Hey, wait.
We
got one more thing to say. Okay. Eufaula was also the scene of a very infamous incident.
Yeah, there was, man. Something about Apple.
Yeah. Okay. So he didn't warn me that he had traded in his Samsung or whatever for an iPhone, and so we were talking, and he goes, yeah, hey, can you look it up? I say, well, hey, you can look it up on your new iPhone too. All right, well, Carmen didn't realize he had already had it, but apparently he'd had it for a while. You know what I mean? And
Carmen's like, well, what happened? We'd gone to eat, we were eating catfish, this catfish place there at Lake Eufaula. So we're sitting there eating, and and that's when this guy goes, look it up on your iPhone. And Carmen looks at me and she goes, iPhone? What iPhone? And I'm like,
he looks at me like, dude.
iPhone, and I'm looking at this guy like, you know, you just got my divorce started, right? But it was cool. Carmen was cool. But it was the iPhone 12. That was my first introduction to iPhone.
Who now is an iPhone addict as well, I understand it.
Yes, we both love iPhone, love Apple, man. But that was another part of it. That was the little misadventure of the adventure at beautiful.
Hey, but that catfish, what was the name of that place? I can't remember.
I don't remember, but it was good, man.
Oh,
it was good. And Lake Murray has a good spot for catfish as well. But man, there's some good catfish in here, man. Just gotta bring a rod and reel. Let's go over to that other spot over there. All right, guys. So 5 years ago, I actually have a picture. Same view right here. So I kayaked from over there, the boat where we launched. I came over here. I was sitting right here, and I was just kind of like chilling, wondering like, what have I got myself into? I don't know how to do this. And this yellow kayak comes across. There you see the screen there. It comes across on the other side of the pier. Goes across over there to the left. I was like, okay, there's a kayaker out there. Maybe he can tell me what to do. And that's how it began. But yeah, this is the cove Do we want to go deep into this cove?
Yeah.
Let's go explore this. Let's go explore this cove over here. This cove, we used to. With the water being high, I don't know how far it's going to go. Man, how long has it been since we've been down here?
It's been a while, man.
On kayaks. Now, I came down here on the jet ski. Last time when my jet ski went out.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I came all the way down here into this cove here. Now, one thing that, man, I don't think I have that many videos of me kayaking in the Dagger Zydeco. But one thing that, if I do have any, and you go back and look, the difference in speed. This boat right here is so much faster. It glides on the water, even on windy days. And so you can cover so much more area, see so much more on a long boat than you can on one of those short little kayaks. That's why when people come to me and they're like, hey man, I watch your videos, or they know that I kayak, and people will ask me, hey, what advice can you give me about kayaking? Here's the goal, here's the $1 million question. What are you wanting to kayak? Are you wanting to just launch in a certain area and stay within maybe a quarter of a mile of where you launched at, just kind of kayak right there in the general area where you launched at? Then man, a little 9-foot, 8-foot, 9-foot kayak will work perfectly. You won't have any problems, you'll have fun. But if you want to get out and you want to explore, you want to be able to get out and kayak, and when it doesn't really matter what the wind is. Now mind you, we don't come out here and kayak when it's 20-mile-an-hour winds. We try not to. It makes a huge difference, the length of your kayak. So you want to get out and you want to explore, get one of these longer boats, at least what, 15 foot maybe?
If you want to get out exploring, you got to have at least 15, 14.5 or 15 footer.
Yeah, exactly. Because man, you're going to cut through the wind, you're going to be able to see a whole lot more, you're going to have a whole lot more fun. All right, so this cove looks a lot different, man, than the last time we kayaked down here. Now, when I brought the jet ski, I didn't come this far down because it's not safe to bring a jet ski where you got these little trees and stuff growing up. Oh, you need it.
It looks different. There were these 2 trees here, and they look like they've been blown down.
Yeah, man, it looks very different.
Oh yeah, there were 2 big trees right there, and there were 2 trees right here on this little peninsula. One of them's down.
Man, but on the right, did this come as far out as it does right now?
That little peninsula, yeah. There were 2 of them there. There were 2 trees right there, and one of them's down at the very end.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, though. The water, is it down a little bit? Because I used to be able to kayak between them.
Man, I don't know.
So I wonder if it's kind of overgrown or what. 'Cause I used to be able to kayak right between those.
So you remember there was also over here to the right, there was like a little area where you could paddle into.
Man, look at that big tree. I wonder if that, dude.
Yeah, it's still over there. There's a little inlet over there.
Hold on. Watch this. I know exactly what happened here. The same tornado that hit my house.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it hit this part of the lake.
Over here. I guarantee you that's what knocked down that tree. And I guarantee you that's what knocked down this tree right here as well, and the other 2 we just passed.
The tornado hit Southeast OKC a year ago in November.
Yep, and it hit, November of
last year.
Last year it hit my house, and man, I got away lucky. One of my friends that I worked with, his house was completely destroyed, and
man,
his wife and him managed to escape, without too much harm or in their bedroom, but the rest of the house was destroyed. They were just 2 streets over. My house had about, I don't know, 55, 60K in damage.
Dang.
But managed to get it all repaired. It wasn't too bad. You know, I had some windows out, but the roof and a couple other things.
Man, this is what's beautiful about the coves, man. Look at the water.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
It's like there's no wind comes in here, and so the water is perfectly flat like glass.
You know what? This is what I like about Draper. I actually really like these little coves back here. I would love to get my fishing rod back here for bass.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I bet you I could do some top bait and some jiggle worms back here, and I think I could hit it. If you do, I'd have to take my hit on it. A lot easier to kayak for.
Man, this is flat. One thing we have a tendency of doing is we keep paddling till we can paddle no more. So we're all the way to the end of this cove.
Man, the last time we went to Johnny Swing Lake.
Oh yeah, there's a cool video.
Yeah, we had Creepy Creek too, which is another video I haven't got out yet.
Yeah, another one coming out sometime before 2030, maybe.
Hey, I still got to get you following in 26, man.
Yeah, you do. In time for the World Cup.
Ooh, dude, I am like stoked for the World Cup.
Man, so it's a sunken forest. You know, I don't think we've come back this far before because the water's higher now.
Yeah, I think it is. For a second back there, I thought maybe it was lower, but it's not. It's because those trees are down. Dun, dun, dun.
All right, well, we are at the end of the northern, what would be the northwestern cove.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, we ain't at the end. We got this, man.
Are you going further?
Let me see. I gotta lift that. Now watch a huge snake drop out of one of these trees, and I'm gonna have to basically climb our water like one of them, you know, Looney Tunes cartoons to get out of here. Oh yeah, check this out. Who needs a short kayak?
Now the downside of these long boats is when you go into an area like this, you gotta be careful where you make sure you can turn around.
Man, this huge spider just jumped right down off me off this tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him go in there. I'm gonna turn around right here.
Man. Hey, you're a pastor, right?
Uh-huh.
Fear not, I am with you, says God, right?
Oh, no fear. It's just, there's not much further to go, man. It's like, there's no river. If there was a river or a creek coming up like at West Watkins, yeah, I'd say let's go. All right, so we're past the pier, a little out here into the middle section of the lake. So, man, here's where it was, man. Yellow kayak came up on me on my left, and the rest is history. First time kayaking 5 years ago yesterday.
Yep.
This spot right here.
Now, I'll tell you, here's where it was. You came directly out of the cove behind us, and you were drifting right over here a little bit more in the center. And I come from to the right of us, and I saw you, and I just made a beeline for you, and you were like, "Hey, help me!"
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Like, I do not know what I'm doing. And so the wind was coming out of the south that day.
Even though I've been kayaking for years, I didn't know what the heck I was doing either.
So the wind was coming out of the south, which is from our right, and it kept blowing us towards the left, and we kept coming back as we were talking.
There was also I've never felt currents like that before in this lake.
It was a windy day.
I felt them, yeah.
It was a windy day. Again, I didn't know anything about kayaking. I did not know that it's not advisable to go kayaking on a very windy day, especially with a short kayak.
Oh yeah.
Something we learned over time, but yeah, man, we're headed southbound now towards the dam.
It's a good bit away.
We've done it a few times. We've done it in I remember we did it one time in the Dagger.
Oh yeah, we did. And I gotta tell you what, that was a day that, oh man, my arms were killing me.
It was windy. It was a windy day.
We did it.
See,
and
the thing.
That was the first day we hit Insco Island.
Yeah. Yeah.
I called it Chando Island, but
got stolen.
Somebody informed me that you actually have to land on it. He sent me this video. I think was I in Galveston?
I think you were.
I think it was in Galveston, and I get this video from him, and he goes, "Hey, I just want to tell you I'm sitting on Insco Island." And I'm like, "Insco Island?" He goes, "Yeah." He says, "Because you never actually landed on it and put feet. So, hear ye, I hereby claim it for Insco." Oh.
Yes, that was. So Insco Island it's a really cool little island down on the south end of the lake. I'm being honest, man. What end of the lake do you like the best? I like the other end.
Let me tell you what, I like the coves here, but I like the other end because you got places to land and get out. You got beaches.
Yep. Whereas here you got muddy banks, and the muddy banks once you get into the water, it gets deep really fast over on this end.
Now Chando Beach, you can pull up.
Yeah.
I've even put the pontoon in there.
Yep. Even though, man, that beach is kind of not really that good anymore.
No.
Well, let's kayak over towards the marina. Marina's not that far.
Oh yeah, no, it's not that far.
Right up on the right. All right, so there's Draper Marina. There's a place in there where you can, they sell snacks and stuff, like the patrol area. Boat ramp straight ahead. There's a boat dock here at Draper. This is a cove for the marina. We're gonna go over to that area over there and land a little while. Stretch our legs. Up in that straight ahead, that play area, I remember celebrating Christian's birthday. Or maybe like his 9th or 10th birthday. So that would have been like in 2006 through 2000, I don't know, 2005 or 2006. Yeah, we had it up there in that little play area here in the marina at Draper Lake.
I think we're gonna head over here and get out and stretch our legs.
I'm gonna go right over here where this people are at.
Hey Mark, you wanna pull up to the left over there, or where are you thinking?
Straight ahead. Yeah, over this side. So you get some speed when you're going around the kayak. You gotta get the nose well up into it on the ground. And there you go. So we're walking up to the office in the marina. So man, I don't know if I've ever told a little bit of story of Stanley Draper Lake. So I moved here in 1992, and in 1992, I remember it wasn't very long, didn't live here very long when I came and discovered this lake. But this was not the lake you wanted to hang out at.
No.
This lake was known as the dumping ground. And when I mean dumping ground, I'm not talking about dumping trash.
Yeah.
If you were a bad person back then and you were a murderer and you murdered somebody, you killed somebody, that was the place where you dumped the body.
Didn't they, during a huge drought a few years ago, didn't they find like 10 handguns that were found in crimes out there?
They always find handguns. Matter of fact, I was out here, I came out here last weekend with Marcos. We came out here to fish, and there was a lady over at the boat ramp on Point 1. She was magnet fishing.
Yeah.
So people find crap all the time up here. They find guns, they find all kinds of stuff, including dead bodies. I remember back like in Oklahoma City, back in the 90s and even the 2000s, man.
Yeah.
Whenever someone turned up missing, this was the place they came to look for them. They came to look for the body here, because chances are that they would find the person here. But
we joked, how many times we joked, I remember one time I said, how many bodies do you think we've kayaked over here?
Lost
and
count.
He looked at me deadpan and he goes, more than one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna run here, man.
But yeah, so that's the story of the lake. But I was saying like 2010, 13, 14. Man, Oklahoma City stepped it up, man. They really stepped it up. Maps 3 came in. I remember when that was really run down. It looked really ugly. They came in, they redid that. They put the bike trail around the lake.
Yeah.
Really fixed up. They put in some more
got little picnic
docks.
tables over there on those little peninsulas.
Yeah.
And stuff.
And look at that beautiful boat right there.
Oh yeah, look at that. Nice.
Ooh. What kind of? How much money for that boat there, Chando?
45, 50.
Easy. But yeah, Maps 3 came in and they really fixed up Draper Lake and made it into, man, a small jewel of South OKC.
Yeah, this is the lake to come at. Man, it's like I have zero problems coming out here on my scooter or my e-bike and going around.
Yep.
Yeah, people come out here and they walk with their kids on these trails all the time.
All the time. And so there's also even a place down there where you can take your remote control airplane and fly it around.
Yeah.
Baxter Field is called. Anyway, let's go in here.
I'm gonna run here real quick.
All right.
Oh, there's a bathroom in there, ain't there?
Yep, there is. Should be. So it's inside the marina office. They do have food here. Well, they got little pizzas, and they got some fishing equipment, life jackets, snacks over here. This is really cool. They got a little area you can sit, chill, little fireplace going on.
Time flies, man. It was yesterday to me, but it's beginning for you.
Yeah. Stanley Draper Marina. So we're here at Ensco Beach, Deuce. This is the second Ensco Beach. Of course, I claim all the cool beaches. So we came up here. This is smaller than the main beach that we like, the former Chando Beach.
Are you like are you like bragging on how you've stolen, you know, conquistador over here, stolen
Colonizer.
Colonizer.
I'm a white colonizer. So what we love about this, man, is look, see how clear this water is, man.
Over here on this side is nice how it can, yeah, it gets pretty clear.
It gets really clear. See, this would be a perfect place for baptisms also, man, because you can really go out, the water's really clear.
Yeah.
So it was about 2, maybe 3 years ago. I'll say 2 years ago. So there's this skill that every serious kayaker needs to learn that we have not learned yet. One day we're going to learn it, and that is to roll.
I don't know. We tried. We really tried.
What you got to do to roll is you got to have what they call a skirt. So this skirt is a thing that you put around your waist, and it covers the mouth of your kayak. Okay, the cockpit, so water can't get in. It's really tied up on your skin. It's almost like a tube.
Yeah.
It goes around all the way around the cockpit of the kayak. And then what you do is you get out there and you intentionally tip yourself, and you go underwater and you roll up back on the other side.
Basically what we did was we literally tipped ourselves, held our breath while we struggled for a minute, and then topped on it to have one turn it over so we can get a breath, and then dunk back in there and try.
And then self-rescue. And now we did learn to self-rescue. Now self-rescue is also, self-rescue is a skill that you gotta have, and it is just as important as rolling, because if you ever do come out of your kayak and you can't, like you try to roll, or if you mess up on your roll,
yeah,
you got to get back in your kayak, especially if you're out in the middle of the water.
Oh yeah, we got good at that.
And we got good at that. Well, you get on the tail end of your boat, the very tail end, and then you work your way, you straddle it, and you work your way until you get back into the cockpit, put your legs in it, and get in.
Now, Bertha.
That's his kayak.
Heck of a lot easier. The orange one is a heck of a lot easier to self-rescue in.
Yes.
Now, Bert.
Yes.
We did it, but it took us about an hour, and then once we perfected the technique, we could do it every time.
Yeah, but we were out here, and it was a hot day.
Yeah.
And we had tried for a long time, so we eventually gave up. So we were right out here. The boats were right out here. So that's another thing we're going to talk about, the crazy challenges we give each other.
Oh.
So I said, hey man, let's pretend we're Navy SEALs, and because it's called a paddle leash. You can see the leash there. Throw the paddle inside of the boat, grab the other end of the leash, attach it to our life vest, swim to the other side of the lake over there, and put our kayaks behind us.
I wouldn't exactly call ourselves Navy SEAls.
We were pretending like we were.
We were more like SeaWorld otters, kind of swimming around, kind of all over the place, but maybe not so much skill, but we got there, okay?
Yes, yeah, we swam from right here all the way to the other side over there, pulling our kayaks, swimming. And that was a cool adventure. Did we take video that day?
Not in the water. I don't know if I did in the water or not, because I was too busy trying not to drown.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. And this is definitely the spot, because I remember this cove is one of the smaller coves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool adventure. But yeah, this is another little beach, little sandy beach they got here. That's one of our favorite spots to come and to hang out.
I want to go back over to Chando Beach or Insco Beach #1. I don't know, you've renamed everything.
Well, I mean...
No, Chando Beach is still there. Insco Beach, you took the cove.
I took it all, man. This is actually Mark Insco Lake now, okay? This is a really rare day in Oklahoma. We're sitting out here in the middle of the lake. You guys can see the water.
Oh, you're recording, ain't you?
Yeah, the water is flat.
I'm over here clearing my nose.
You're good, bro. We can have some nose clearing. The water's flat except for a little bit of the wake that the boats are doing. There's a few boats out here. There's a couple of jet skis that are out here. A couple of Yamaha wave runners out here. But for the most part, it's just a beautiful day. I'd say the wind's gone down to maybe 2 miles an hour.
Man, yeah, it's perfect.
Maybe 2 miles. Maybe going up to 3 right there. It's a gentle breeze. Man, beautiful day on Draper Lake. Okay, so we came up on this little beachy area. Now this place, it looks totally different. Like, I came out here maybe a month and a half ago. Brought my jet ski. There was a guy right there in a little fishing boat. He was fishing. I brought the jet ski, but this was like the only thing that was like visible was this little area right here. The water, yes, I remember now. All this right here was covered. This was covered. This little beach here was covered. The water was a lot higher.
Yeah, because this beach right here wasn't here last
year.
No,
it was covered. All this was covered.
Yeah, see how far back it goes. It's almost like a...
Again, look how clear that water is.
Came down here and washed all this down and created this beach.
So we found this over here. We're gonna go. No idea.
More.
It's like a path.
Actually, I think water runoff all down that. It's like a natural little V.
Yeah, very possible.
And I think all that water ran down here, because you can see how it just ran. And I think that's what created the beach right there.
But you're talking about a place to camp, man?
Look at this.
Where you'll be out of sight?
Heck yeah.
There's all kind of footprints around.
This is cool.
Very. So we're gonna see where this little.
Oh yeah, you can see how the water just ran down here full speed. One of those deluges we had.
It would not surprise me at all to find homeless people up here, actually.
I wonder if this comes up. There's like parking up here somewhere. Oh, look, all the little raccoon tracks all over here.
Well, it keeps going on.
Oh man!
This would be a perfect place to camp, man.
Well, you'd have to clear this out to make it flat. But
Yeah.
you
Clear
can
that
maybe
out
do
right
it
there.
Right here.
Yeah.
You'd have to get a shovel and flatten it out, but
It's possible.
check this out. Look at all that flattened there. Look at all that. It's flattened completely. This is a pathway for obviously the wildlife here.
Yeah. See all the grass?
It's all flattened in places.
Oh, we're coming over to another beach.
Do you think we're walking to the place where we maybe walked across? I mean, swam across from?
Man, I still think it's I still think it's the first spot we stopped at. Because it wasn't that wide. But let's see where this goes out to. We're in the next cove.
That's cool. We literally just cut right across the whole peninsula.
Yes, we did. Oh man, look at that. There's the marina. This is actually, yeah man, this is it.
Where we landed.
Yeah, this is where we landed. So we were just at that beach right there.
Yep.
And so you're right, we swam with our kayaks over to here.
Yep, and this is where we got out right here. I remember.
Yep.
Because that little stuff was there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, so cool
Holy
adventure, man.
crud.
We didn't even know you could walk from cove to cove.
Well, we can now.
Wow. All right, so we're coming up on the island that is in the middle of the Draper Lake. Called Insco Island. This would be the point of return. We're in the southern part of the lake. Straight ahead, beyond the island is the dam. Straight ahead and then to the right is point 1, where we normally launch at. Today we launched at point 10 on the north end. But this is the famous island that man, I can't believe how high the water is. I have I've climbed on it a couple of times. May look around and see if there's a place to land. So in Oklahoma City today, we got a north breeze, so coming into the wind right now. And the wind is like 3 miles an hour. It is a beautiful day. So this is the north end of Stanley Draper Lake. I'm going to Northern Cove. And man, I'm glad I decided to come out here after all, because could not ask for a better day to kayak. So I got a boat behind me and created a wake, and so I'm riding these waves, or the wake you want to call them, and man, it really picks up speed. I mean, going fast for a kayak. The thing is, if you get a wave underneath you, and if you ride it, it's like you're surfing it. So grab a wave right here, start to surf it, and it just go with its momentum. So we've been out here 4 hours kayaking today. Coming back to the boat dock where we launched at. Truck's up on the right. It was a beautiful day to be out on the water. Light, gentle wind. Calm waters. Good friendship. 5 years.
Almost sad we have to get out of the water.
Very sad. Like, dang it. We arrive at the fishing dock, fishing pier. Now we're gonna put the nose of this boat right in the corner of the boat ramp. Insco Adventure people and Cal Chando people. We're back at the, there you are. Boats right there. So what did we learn from Draper Lake today? We learned that weather can mess up with a lake, make it look different.
Oh yeah, it's like a whole new lake. The topography, all the shoreline's different.
The beaches are different.
Oh yeah.
But we kayaked 4 hours. When I get home, I will see what the distance was. It's up there. It's up there.
It could be, but we took a while. But yeah, we were slow in some places. So I don't know. It's my guess, between 6 and 8. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm saying 6 to 8. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 to 8. But
because we also stop a lot, and see that's part of having an adventure. It's not just paddling; it's also stopping and walking around.
Dude, we found a whole new
Insco's corridor. Yes, we found Insco's corridor that connects Insco's swim across the lake area to Insco's beach. Yeah, all right. Beautiful.
I am going to petition the Oklahoma City Metro, Midwest City, just to change the whole darn name of this entire Draper Lake area just to Insco whatever, because he's claimed basically everything except for Chando Beach.
Exactly. I mean, right here, we are right here on Insco's boat dock. I mean, right here, Insco's boat dock, right here, man. I'm gonna go stand on that pier over there a minute, and I'm gonna go claim the pier.
We've been coming here. No one's ever claimed the boat dock.
I just did. But yeah, man, it's been a fun day. Now it's time to go home, and hopefully Oklahoma, as in the Sooners, have a good a day as we did out here kayaking. So anyway, guys, like, subscribe, comment on the bottom if you're ever like, and listen, if you guys, anyone out there, if you do live, turn this way, we can get the sun. There you go. If you live in the Oklahoma City area, and you ever want to go kayaking, leave a comment down here, and if we're free, especially on the weekends, heck, we'll go, because right now, fall, cool weather. This is prime time, kayaking time.
This is my favorite time of the year. I love it, man.
I'll be bringing the jet ski out, but pretty soon it's going to be too cold for jet ski, but it'll still be good for kayaking.
Heck yeah.
So let us know, and also Chando's Adventures. What's your YouTube channel?
Man, I had to go look it up, man. I changed the name. It's Cal Chando's Adventures.
Cal Chando's Adventures. Yeah. Look that up and follow him as well, because he's got like 2 subscribers and he needs 3.
No, man. All right? I got like 75 now. No, 78.
He's got 78 subscribers and he needs 79.
Hey, and I love every single one of you, man.
Yeah, he does. All right, guys. Love you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next adventure.